everybody, my name's Helen, and today I'm going to do the Bookish TMI Tag. I was actually tagged to do this, which is super exciting. First time I've been tagged to do one of these videos, and I was tagged by Naomi from over at Nay Talks Fiction. I'll leave a link to her video down below. So without further ado, let's get started, because there are 50 questions, and this is gonna be pretty long. I've got my phone with all my questions on it. Number 1, what was the last book you read? And that was Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Number 2, was it a good one? It was alright, it was pretty good. Number 3, what made it good? The actual story was amazing. The only problems I had with it were in the writing. Number 4, would you recommend it to other people? I would love to recommend it to people who enjoy Victorian literature or would like to see a kind of feminist sounding book from the Victorian era. Not quite with all of the feminist values of today, but with a fairly strong female character, although she is slightly annoying. Number 5, where do you like to read? I don't know if you can see it, but my bed is right over there. It's my favorite place. I also like to read in the common rooms in my dorm because they're actually air conditioned, so they're comfortable. Number 6, snacking while reading. I don't normally eat while I read, but I will drink tea. I love to drink tea while I read. Number 7 is, what was the last bad book you read? The only book that's coming to mind is Waterfell by Emily Howard, and I actually gave this book 2 out of 5 stars. Did not enjoy it very much at all. Number 8 is, what made you dislike it? The main character. She was pretty annoying. Number 9, do you wish to be a writer? Yes, my ultimate dream is to have a published novel and to have it at some point be on the New York Times bestseller list. That would be amazing. I have started to take part in NaNoWriMo, so I competed last year and I did finish my first draft of a novel, which I am slowly trying to revise and edit, but revising and editing is the part that takes me forever. I am planning to take part again this year, and I will actually leave a link to my profile down below, so if you would like to add me as a writing buddy on NaNoWriMo, you can do that. Number 10, which book or books have influenced you the most? The Harry Potter series really influenced me. Coranda's Crown by Lee Edward Fody was a pretty big one for me as a kid. The Pony Pals series had a huge influence on me when I was a kid. Number 11, do you read fan fiction? I definitely do. Number 12, do you write fan fiction? No, I never have written true fan fiction. I used to write, I would have my own characters in the world, and they wouldn't really they would interact with the other characters, but they wouldn't interrupt their storylines. And I would just kind of use that as a way to have these characters go throughout this world and do stuff like that, but I never wrote fan fiction. 13, what are some of your favorite books? The Book Thief, We Were Liars, Fangirl, Eleanor and Park, Attachments, Landline, The Fault in Our Stars, Looking for Alaska, Will Grayson, Do You See a Pattern showing up here, Harry Potter, The Lunar Chronicles. 14, what is your least favorite book? Life of Pi by Jan Martel. 15, do you prefer physical books or devices? I love both mediums, but I do prefer to hold the book in my hand. But I have an e-reader, I have a Kobo, I love it, it is my baby. I don't know what I would do without it, but I definitely, I prefer to have an actual book to hold in my hands. 16, when did you learn to read? I have no idea, but I know that I was reading children's books by the time I was 2. 17 is, what is your favorite book that you had to read in school? I really liked The Great Gatsby, I really liked To Kill a Mockingbird, and I really liked Memoirs of a Geisha. 18, what is your favorite book series? Harry Potter. 19, who is your favorite author? Marcus Zusak, J.K. Rowling, Rainbow Rowell, John Green. Those are the ones coming immediately to mind. 20, what is your favorite genre? I mainly read in YA, and then I really like contemporary, and I really like fantasy. 21, some of your favorite characters. Kathan Levi, Hazel, Liesel, Poison, Hannibal Lecter. 22, which fictional place do you want to visit? Hogwarts. 23, which book do you wish had a sequel? I don't know. I wish Coranda's Crown had a sequel. Which book do you wish didn't have a sequel? A lot of books should not have sequels. 25. How long does it take you to finish a book? If it's an average, like 300-ish page book, it actually takes me between 5 and 6 hours. 26. Do you like when books become movies? I actually love when books become movies. I like being able to see the book come to life, and even though I always end up having an issue with the movie when I watch it, it's still just a lot of fun to me. 27. Which book was ruined by movie adaptation? The first one that's coming to mind is City of Bone. Sorry if the lighting changed, my camera died and I had to go charge it, so it's been a couple hours. Number 28. Which movie has done a book justice? Catching Fire and The Book Thief. 29. Do you read newspapers or magazines? I don't really read magazines, but I do read newspapers every now and then. Number 30 is what would be the perfect reading experience. And that would be me in a cold room, snuggled up in blankets, with a cup of tea, a good smelling candle, and a good book. 31 is, do you listen to music while reading? Not normally. If I do, it has to be something that is purely music and no lyrics, so things like classical or scores from movie soundtracks. 32 is, can you read with people around? I can, but it's a lot harder and my pace goes down a lot. 33 is favorite bookish items such as bookmarks, shirts, trinkets, stuff like that. I actually have this little container that has all of my bookmarks in it. I collect bookmarks. So I have like this mustache bookmark, this world map. I have this really cool 3D tiger bookmark. I have my Life is an Adventure, Embrace the Journey bookmark. I have my Shh, I'm trying to read bookmark with my homemade tassel because the original one broke. 34 is, do you read in the car? Yes, I do. It is actually where I get a lot of my reading done. 35, do you look up words that you don't understand? If I cannot grasp what it means through the context that it's in the sentence, yes, I look it up because I like expanding my vocabulary. 36, are you a fast or slow reader? Somewhere in between. I'm not a particularly fast reader, but I don't think I'm particularly slow either. 37 is, do you read with friends? I do have one friend, Isadora, and she and I can sit in a room and do nothing but read together, and that's actually a lot of fun because then we quote the books to each other and we have a pretty good time when we do that. 38 is, where do you read the most? That would be my bed. 39, can you multitask while reading? No. Not at all. 40, do you need a room to be silent to read? Not necessarily, but I do read a lot faster if it is. 41 is, who gave you your love for reading? I have no idea. My mother does like to read, but nowhere near to the extent that I do. Number 42 is, what book is next on your list to read? And that would be The Maze Runner by James Dashner. 43 is, when did you start to read chapter books? When I was 4. I read my first chapter book when I was 4, and I remember getting to kindergarten and looking at the shelf of books and being so excited, and then I went over to it and was upset because there were no chapter books. 44, who is your favorite children's book author? Dr. Seuss and Lee Edward Fody. 45, which author would you most want to interview? Rainbow Rowell would be awesome. John Green would be, I don't know what I would do. And Lee Edward Fody would be pretty fantastic. 46 is, which author do you think you would be friends with? Probably Jenny Han. Actually, I have her on Twitter, and she's quite entertaining, and we have a pretty similar sense of humor. 47 is, which books do you consider classics that aren't classified as such? I have no idea. 48, which books do you think should be taught in every school? I don't really have books that I think should be taught in every school. I do think that there are books that are amazing and would make a good book to teach, like Looking for Alaska, but I don't think that every school should do Looking for Alaska. 49 is, which book should be banned from all schools? Life of Pi by Jan Martel. And 50 is, which book have you reread the most? I think it's Coranda's Crown by Lee Edward Fody. I believe I've read that book 6 times. that's it. That is the Bookish TMI tag. I am not going to tag anybody because I'm pretty sure most people have done this by now. Thank you so much, Naomi, for tagging me. I had so much fun. If you guys do decide to do this tag, then leave a link for me down below so that I can go watch your video. And I will talk to you guys soon, and I will see you soon with a new video. Bye!